Hey YouTube, I'm Lisa and this is the Backward Glance. Today is August 23rd, 2019, and this is episode 21 of my series, What Sold Fast on eBay. In these videos, I share 10 items that I flipped within the first 30 days of being listed in my eBay store. So if you haven't seen my channel before, I'm primarily a clothing reseller. However, in this video, I do have quite a few other varieties of things thrown in as well, and I also have a bonus item to show you at the end, so stick around for that. My buyers always pay shipping on my items, so when I tell you the price, it's going to be plus shipping. And as a second note, I've been taking a lot of offers and sending a lot of offers to watchers, so the price on the screen is not always what I got, but of course I'm going to share my actual sale price with you as we go along. So starting out, this is one of my absolute favorite items that I have ever sold on any platform. I was super excited to find this. I wish I had room to keep it in my house, but I'm glad that it's going to someone who will appreciate it. So this is a butterfly specimen shadow box. Kind of show you some other angles here. This is an item that I found in the glass case at Goodwill, and it was actually signed by the artist, which is pretty cool. I never managed to figure out what his last name was, but I don't think it matters. So just thought that this was so beautiful. Picked it up for $6.37, so it was marked $5.99 and then with tax, which I thought was a great price, and it just goes to show you not to kind of discount those items that are in the glass case. Sometimes they are priced really high, they might be in there because Goodwill thinks they're really valuable, but not in every case, so they're always worth looking at. So I sold this for a best offer of $60. That took 9 days, and I actually got quite a few offers on this. I was holding out for that $60 mark, but I think I had like at least 5, if not more, offers come in for a little bit lower than that. So this is an item I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for again, and yeah, just a really, really cool item. Next is a perfume, and this is Honey by Marc Jacobs. I actually showed this in a haul video and I said I paid $5 for it, but I was wrong. When I went back and looked, I only paid $3.40 for this one. So pretty good deal there. I ended up selling this one for $20 through offers to watchers, and that took 9 days. And oops. As you can see there, it's Honey by Marc Jacobs, not a full bottle, but mostly full. I think I said that it was about 80% full, got great feedback from the buyer already, and perfume is definitely something to keep an eye out for. This is a St. John top, and I just included it in here to kind of show you to go ahead and list things with flaws when you find them. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes you have to take a little less than you wanted to. So I brought this home and then found that it did have like a hole on the side of the arm sleeve there. And normally it's so small that I would have just stitched it up myself, and I have a vast selection of thread to choose from, and I did not have one that matched this top, so I decided to just list it without fixing it. And I decided to just take kind of whatever offers came in. So I ended up selling this for $12. It took just 3 or 4 days to sell. I don't know why I didn't write that down. I paid $2.10 for this, so it was actually still a decent profit margin. Normally I would hope to get a little bit more for a St. John piece, but the tank tops are not worth that much anyway, so it's not like this would have been a $40 or $50 item. It would have been like a $20 item if it didn't have that floss. So super happy to just flip it quick and still make a little bit of a profit even though it had a flaw. Item number 4 is this pair of Athleta leggings. I sell a lot of Athleta, but normally I would not have picked these up with this style tag. This is a very old Athleta style. Can't quite remember what the date mark on this was, but I think it was from like the early 2000s. However, this had a couple things going for it. Obviously new with tags, and the real reason I got it was the size extra large tall, great size to sell in Athleta. So I paid $4.25 for these. I got my full asking price of $28, and they took just 4 days to sell. Now here's an item that I recently learned about from the channel Lavender Clothesline, so shout out to Karen if you haven't seen her videos. She sells both clothing and a lot of hard goods. She has a great eye. She's been doing it for a long time. So I've been watching a lot of her haul videos and learning a lot. She talked about these wooden drapery rings, and I happened to stumble across some, so I picked up a lot of 36 of them for $3.60. Sold them through offers to watchers for $30, and they took just 10 days to sell. Next is a pair of Paige jeans, and this is a pair that I had actually seen in the thrift store for about 4 weeks and decided not to pick up. I looked up the style and it didn't have a great sell-through rate. It was called the Jimmy Jimmy Skinny. Of course, in the summer, jeans have a lower sell-through rate on eBay. By the end of summer, when people haven't been picking them up, it can look pretty dismal. And so I knew that with like back to school and fall coming, the numbers were gonna get a little higher, but I did wait for them to go half off, and luckily they were still available. So I picked these up for $4.20. I sold them through offers to watchers for $28, and they took 14 days to sell. Here is the page tag to be on the lookout for. Always check the style and the sell-through rate with Page, because some of the styles, like the bootcut ones, they just aren't worth picking up. And you always want to be on the lookout for this tag. They've been using it for quite a while, but there is a very old tag that you might see, which is actually like a cursive embroidery that is just embroidered right into the waistband. And I never personally bother picking up that super old tag of Page, so something to keep in mind. All right, let's see. We are on to item number 7 here. This is a Cole Haan rain jacket, and it had a packable hood, so the hood just zips up into the back of the collar. Here is the tag on that for you. I paid $8.45 for this jacket, and I did get my full asking price of $38, and this sold overnight, so that was super cool. I like those super quick ones. Alright, here's a brand that I've talked about a few times in these videos, Focus Casual Life. This is a brand that you'll normally see basic cotton pieces, usually with a texture to them, oftentimes with that sort of login look feel to them. Here's the tag. This is a brand with a great following. I never get a lot for it, usually like $18 to $22, but I tend to sell it pretty quickly. Not every time, but most of the time. So I pick it up when I can find it for a decent price. So this was just a cowl neck tank top, and I paid $4.20 for it. I sold it through offers to watchers for $20, and it took 26 days to sell. And here's another brand that is kind of, I feel the same. It's got a great following, but I don't usually get a super high price for it. And this is Sundance. It is a catalog brand, and I'm sure you can probably purchase it online too. It definitely has a following. It's been around for a while, so you do want to make sure that the pieces you're picking up are fairly current and they seem like they're in style. So I thought this was a super cute top. I picked it up for $4.20. I sold it through offers to watchers for $24, and that took 26 days to sell. And item number 10, before we get to our bonus item, is a top from a brand that was new to me. It's called Scandal Italy. A little bit hard to read the tag there just because of the coloring. It also had an inner tag that said Scandal Italy on it. And I'm a sucker for silk, so I found this and thought it was really cool. It had like sequins on the pocket and sequins on the back. So I paid $4.20 for this, and I sold it through offers to watchers for $30. That took 23 days. I sent out offers a few times and was kind of lowering them every time, so I think I aimed maybe a little too high with that $42 price point. If I remember right, there weren't a ton of items from this brand listed, so comps were a little bit iffy. But I'm super happy with $30 and my profit margin on that, and always great to learn a new brand. And I wanted to show you a bonus item here. Speaking of learning new brands, this is an item that did not sell within 30 days. It took about a month and a half, but I got a ton of watchers on it. And it was another item that there were not a lot represented on eBay, but it had a great sell-through rate. So when I am doing comps, I'm always looking at how many are listed in the pre-owned buy it now category. So I filter for pre-owned and buy it now, and I look at how many are available and then how many sold. And these had an upside down sell-through rate, at least when I had checked them out before I purchased them. So there were more sold than listed, so that's always a pretty good sign. Doesn't guarantee that you're going to sell it quick, but it means the odds are pretty good. So this is obviously a brand that people are buying. There's not a lot represented on eBay. I have no idea how common it would be to come across this brand, but I'm personally going to keep my eye open for it. I did get my full asking price on these pants of $34, and the brand is called Nomad's Hempwear. And it took about a month and a half to sell. And I think so when I picked these up, they had kind of a strong smell of like patchouli or incense, or basically like a hippie had worn them to a festival or something like that. And I did disclose that, and I think that might be what kind of took it a little longer to sell. So I wanted to share it because I think it's a brand worth knowing. I don't think it's a brand that's going to bring super high prices, but it's probably one of those ones that's going to flip generally pretty quick. So those are the items that I wanted to share with you today. As always, feel free to comment, like, dislike, or subscribe if these kind of videos help you out in your reselling path. And I do appreciate you watching.